Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shogun 2 Total War as the Uesugi clan. In the midst of Realm Divide, you can see we're starting today with an ambush battle. Previously, we found a Tokugawa force led by their son and heir, threatening and bearing down on the province of Echizen we recently captured. So, we prepared an ambush, and they fell for the trap. So, let's go in and destroy the Tokugawa son and heir to start our day.
いざ上杉の武者ども、親兄弟のことは考えるな。お家に対する揺るぎないお務めと信心だけを念頭に置け。その先に勝利はある。敵は米俵に閉じ込められたネズミのようなもの。逃げ場はない。自らの血で溺れさせてやるのじゃ。戦が終わったら。 徳川には今日の日のことを100年先まで語り伝えてもらおう。そのためには一匹だけ敵を生け捕りにしておけ。合戦が果てる頃には濡れネズミで皆寒さに打ち震えることじゃろう。されど我が軍には豪の者も多く敵軍より善戦するはずじゃ。今日の戦、お主らに不名誉は一切ない。お主らは一門の歴史に名誉ある一巻を書き加えるだけじゃ。
So, should be fairly straightforward. We don't have any cavalry to make use of. We're largely, we are very much an infantry army. So it's just deciding exactly where to focus our katanas. It looks like we actually have a capturable tower over here, which is very interesting. Very rarely see them in field battles, but it's not going to be very useful to take that today. We're not going to be retreating back to that area. So it's just going to be a case of spreading some katana samurai as much as we can on two flanks there to initiate some charges, and I think we'll keep our bows up high in one area. Let's keep them over here like so, and they'll be fairly well protected there. Bring some warrior monks to protect them there. 3 more warrior monks here should do the job. They can cover the enemy's potential retreat path there, and get some over here and some on this hill as well to completely encircle the enemy. We get our general over here, and he can inspire some katana samurai, of course. So that should be fairly easy. Enemy is largely infantry focused with a lot of Yari samurai. They do have some bows about. It's largely Ashigara. They do have a small handful of katana samurai as well. Yari cavalry at the front here, of course, and light cavalry, but they do have their son and heir. So we're going to rush in immediately with our Naganatas to hit him. Let's get immediately on to these Yari samurai as well. We push in over here onto the infantry with our katanas. Be great stuff. Let's pull back to this side to protect our general. This unit. Bring these two over here as well, and the rest can stay in position and hold. Let's start focusing actually onto their general, I think, with our bows. What's this? We didn't move in with these. That's absolutely fine. They can get onto the flank of these Yari samurai. We're going to want to certainly focus this area here with these extra warrior monks, because we're going to get slaughtered very quickly, I think, otherwise. And we're certainly making an excellent flanking maneuver over here, which is great. So we just plug some holes, reinforce people where possible. Be great. Let's get some of the flanks over here, so the Bow Ashigara and such, just to make sure we wipe those down extremely quickly. How are we dealing with their cavalry? Well, they're trapped in, which is great, and it's tanking the computer. Can't use flaming arrows, unfortunately, because it is raining. And using whistling shot might not be the greatest of ideas, because it will fly all through our own units. So just aim for this massive group over here if we can. And we'll bring back these units, because it looks like the enemy's trying to push out with their Yara cavalry here. Let's just focus that down. I don't think we'll be able to get in any shouts, unfortunately. Let's... can we inspire? Waiting for the cooldown for inspire. Not a problem. Just rally to shore up our central morale there. And we have absolutely ripped through this flank of the enemy so far, which is great stuff. Can probably use our general to run a few units down where possible. It's just absolutely complete madness here. Let's try and focus this general down if possible. Wavering, 3 men left in that unit. Need to get rid of that sun and air. If we can just about inspire in 12 seconds, I don't think we're going to get that. Looks like we've had no mention of killing their general. We don't see the radius there of his inspiring ability. And there we go. We've taken a few losses on our Katana Samurai, but we will chase things down to continue here. And there we go, an excellent victory. We lost 635 men, but that's actually fairly minimal considering previous losses. And the enemy has 103 remaining. They will certainly be able to retreat on the end turn there. Oh no, they won't. We decimate them. Absolutely brilliant. Exactly what we needed there. So we have some sabotage at Suruga. Interesting. And more at Kai as well. Mesike is increased in rank. Enemy ninja executed. Ideal. Failed apprehension attempt is excellent. Another Trident imprisoned. Okay, they're just going to have to get through all of that. Okay, so we've lost Trident imprisoned Mesike over here. Looks like that's happened with a ninja as well, which is rather a shame. Let's bring down our taxes once again so we don't forget about that. We have rather high unrest in Shimosa over here. Let's see how that's looking. -3. It's not ideal. If we take people out of Musashi, how's that looking? We need those still there. Okay, it's because we've lost our Mesike in Shimosa. That's been attacked over the end turn, so we'll just keep our Yari Ashigara there for now and see what happens with that. If we take Uesugi Kenshin out of Kazusa, how are we looking there? Yeah, we need to garrison that, unfortunately. We want to create a Sakeden there and one here as well. It'll take a couple of turns. Great stuff. So we're going to take Kenshin towards Kai, I think, so that he can react to either an invasion in North Shinano or one in Suruga province. We do see enemy agents over here waiting to hit us. We do only have fresh out the gate agents at the moment, unfortunately, so try and get this Mesike to apprehend their ninja. Now it's executed, excellent stuff. How about this Mesike? 40% chance to assassinate them. Not worth the effort there for sure. We do see a full stack from the Tokugawa over here with their daimyo. There's a lot of Naginata samurai, which is very, very dangerous indeed. We probably can't sabotage that, but we have the money to give it a go. I did get that's absolutely brilliant. So I'll keep that at bay for now while Kenshin gets over there. Do we have a Mesike over here? I thought we might have had a spy. Interesting. Okay, we have our harbour over here, sabotage. That's interesting. Want to improve our farms over here because that's fertile soil in Echizen, and of course upgrade our roads. Let's see. Want to upgrade the temple as well so we can get some bow warrior monks and use our artisans properly. But that's going to rinse our economy. Which Mesike increased in rank? Was over here. But they as soon as they got imprisoned. Okay, interesting. Agent released over here, so that's another ninja. Brilliant. That's our top level ninja. So we can send them over to South Shinano, I think. And we're going to bring over some bow warrior monks before we take Fukushima over here, weren't we? So that's great. We can do that on the next turn. We're being blockaded over here, and we might want to do something about that. We did batter a Shoni navy off camera on the last turn, so this will actually be quite an easy battle. We can't use... might be able to use this group actually. What we can do is move towards the edge there, hopefully. We're being blockaded by a couple Imagawa ships. Alright, let's attack them. They're going to get backed up by some battered Hatano fleet here. So the balance of power is not looking in our favour there, so it's probably best to actually do that manually. So you can see the enemy reinforcements coming in here, and I think one of them was meant to be a trade ship. Just move straight on over there and batter them down. Yeah, see a couple of trade ships come out there. That's where our fire arrows will come in useful. So if we just stop here and focus one ship at a time as they come in, there's really no point in trying to go at slow speed here, because they're just going to run through where possible and just ignore us. As you see, the enemy AI is absolutely terrible for naval battles. They just completely ignore you, which is why they're really just more tedious than anything else. We might even be able to get that ship Just going to route there to get some fire arrows out here if possible. Burn this trade ship down. Lovely stuff. And we'll pick up the Imagawa ships. You see, this is what they do. They just go straight for the map borders. Really, really tedious, unfortunately. So you can see victory is already ours to claim. And there we go, we even managed to capture a few ships there. But I think we'll just disband them just because they're a bit of a drain on our economy, just the tiniest bit. And we're not going to do anything with the trade ship really at this point, are we? So let's see if we can carry on with our original idea here. Let's move over here. We don't see anyone there, that's great. Let's... oh, we can't really move too far there now, can we? Interesting. Well, the idea is to push up to this area with, let's see, everyone other than the damaged ships, of course. And then we can take a couple less damaged ships here to fill those numbers up. And what we can do is pull back now to hopefully repair there. And we can get rid of these two fleets quite easily. But that will happen on the next turn, unfortunately. But that's all good. So we can't really spend money on much else at the moment. So I don't really want to. I want to try and keep some money in the bank. Let's see, we do upgrade a Meske here. And it looks like we lost one controlling some tax income. But I think we want to use this more actively on the field, don't we? So if we use this when counter-spying and apprehending would be great. We might even upgrade the bribery there later on. The apprehension at the moment, because there's so many enemy agents about, really need to get rid of as many of them as possible. It might be good to get rid of this mess kit over here to begin with. That's good at 61%. It's not entirely great, is it? What's it looking like here? 61 as well. Might as well try for this one. Apprehension failed. That's a shame. It's a slightly higher rank, but that's not too much of a bother. What we want to do now then is really just make sure we get rid of this army from the Satake, because then hopefully we can just push straight into Hitachi, and that will completely cripple the Satake further on. So we'll take Uesugi Masakage, I think, to do that more directly, although I think another victory here would level us up. We do have some Basig units as well as some Yari Ashigaru. They could certainly fight the bow Ashigaru. It's clearly very bow heavy, this army, and they'll probably take this unit actually. I think we take just this unit here because I want to really force that aggressive victory. So let's go for that. Yeah, it's very, very bow heavy actually. Very minimal amount of melee units here. So it's going to be rather brain dead, depending on the terrain. Just charge straight at them, really, because we don't have the armor across our standard warrior monks, do we? So 2 armor, 4 armor for the superior armored units, but it doesn't block any arrow fire, does it? And there we go. Because of the massive disparity between the balance of units there, we're able to pretty much walk over the enemy. We did take a fair few losses, it must be said, simply because we did get a bit surrounded in places, but certainly nothing too nasty. So we're certainly going to chase that one down. And also through that very easily. Nicely done. We're going to just quickly cut down this unit as well. Maybe not, because it decides to retreat. How do we look then if we just exit Shimosuke? Public order's not great, but we can certainly last one turn of unrest there. Let's see if we can start advancing then over to Hitachi. That is going to take an extra turn just because of the poor road connection between those two provinces. So we should be seeing the end of the Satake clan on the next turn, which is excellent stuff. So really we do need to focus our efforts towards this area now, where of course the Imagawa are building up. Now I want to focus the Imagawa in particular because they do still hold vassalage over the Tokugawa clan. So if we can beat down the enemy over here and vassalize the Imagawa, we should be able to, by extension, vassalize the Tokugawa. Now we'll see if that really does have a lasting peace. I doubt it, because it's just not how Realm Divide works. We do actually have a Meske over here, and they don't have a rank, so let's at least use it to scout South Shinano. And we do see an enemy force over here. It's a few Yari Samurai. That's okay, it's not a bother at the moment. Let's start moving towards Mino, see if there's anything else on the roads here. It doesn't appear so. Excellent. I don't believe Wakasa is a capital province of anything. We might be able to there. Maybe it's the Yamana clan. It's either that or Tango, I believe. The idea would be to vassalize somewhere here just to create a minor buffer state. But if that backfires, that will be once again another another clan just to challenge us, really. Let's just see if we can scout ahead. How much movement do we have? We could probably just about make it to Wakasa. Does this give us sight? It's not going to. Okay. Let's carry on towards the road here. I think really we do need to take out an army here just before it really does anything nasty. So we can also through this. The balance of power is very much in our favour there. Did lose far fewer units than what I might have done. So we can take that. We do see a full stack. So we do need to actually retreat out of there. Just to recover some minor losses there. So we're quite likely to be attacked on the end turn by this army. That's not so much a bother. We can probably attack Wakasa after that. It's just pushing the enemy back bit by bit is the aim here. In fact, what we could do, actually, I think our public order is going to be terrible in Echizen still. Yeah, it's due to foreign occupation and, of course, the devastation caused on our harbour there. This isn't really the greatest of offensive armies. It's very much for defensive purposes, so might as well just keep it over here. I think we can certainly defend against this army should push come to shove, and it quite likely will. So I don't think there's much else we can do. Are we still needing to police Noso over here? We'll need a couple units there, that's absolutely fine. We can do that and bring these Yara Ashigara down to possibly North Shinano there, so that we can rest easy there and actually force Kenshin towards Suruga province a little more easily. We do want to repair that over here because our castle is very, very important. Can't really do anything otherwise there without the castle. We've lifted a blockade over here actually. It might be worth going for the navy here, but if we are going to attack Totomi province soon, then there's not much point, to be quite honest. And if they blockade any ports over here, well, we're not trading with anyone outside of here, so they're not doing any real damage, are they, if they blockade ports here? We just don't see any embarked armies, do we, on any of these fleets? That's what we really need to watch out for. But that doesn't seem to be the case, so that's very nice indeed. I think really we can end our turn now. So we see some sabotage in Kaga, but there's actually rather a larger threat looming. We've seen army sabotage as well. Losing a few agents, try and catch up that in a second. So we didn't say any sign of a Chosakabe fleet prior to this, but they've landed with their daimyo and a secondary general to try and take Suruga province. Now it is largely cavalry and Yari samurai here. We do have some units over here. We might want to try and sabotage this, but it's not looking too possible, is it? This is basically the same level, isn't it? So, there's not a lot we can do about that. We can try and sabotage them and put them off for a turn. Let's see. Sabotage failed. Okay, well, we might as well... We're going to have to try and sabotage this army again as well, because they're just going to walk on over once again, aren't they? Might as well give it a go. That's failed. So we're in a bit of a pickle here, to be quite honest, because Kenshin's going to take 2 more turns to get over here. Alrighty. Let's just try and run through what we lost. Tried and executed over here. Okay. Imprisoned the Meske we had over here and the one over here. Right. We do have a couple released though. Got a couple Meske. Interesting. Well, let's see. Increase success. Okay. I think we're going to increase the chance of bribery, you know. because we're going to start making a bit of money. Let's get overseeing, I think, there. That was for this young man, wasn't it? And this one is, yeah, counter-spying and apprehension as well. That's good. So we certainly want to bring those down towards Suruga province because that's where the enemy's massing themselves. And I think we take one Mesque over to this area as well to protect us. So what do they actually have in this army? Because it looks like they've just given themselves a general. Once again, a lot of spears. You know what? Even though actually that's a Hattori ninja, so they shouldn't be sharing sights. I'm going to try and ambush on the road here once again. So hopefully that works. Either way, I think we can take that in a standard open field battle. But I am very worried about Suruga province. It's very likely we'll lose this for one turn or so. That's absolutely fine if we do lose it very briefly. But it's the fact that if we take that and then have to fight in the same turn an extra army from the Imagawa, that's going to be the problem there, especially with our daimyo leading that. So I'm not entirely happy about that. We might as well take this Yarashigara of here, might we? That was policing, right. I don't want to have to deal with any sorts of rebellions, unfortunately. I want to create another warrior monk unit, wasn't it? Years of bows. More melee infantry. I'm not so worried about having a bow superiority in these armies, to be quite honest. But what I wouldn't mind doing is repairing our Jujutsu dojo there. It's interesting. Do we have any other sabotage? Was it just that? Yeah, Kaga as well. Right. Don't like that. Enemy agents are plenty, apparently. Did we do any... No, we didn't do that. We did lose some ships over here because some minor navies came round and did damage us. So we'll repair here as well to reinforce that. That's all good. Let's take these as well. Lovely. Do we have a backup navy over here? No, we didn't. That's okay. Well, we should certainly still get rid of this navy because that is blocking off some trade. We can get rid of that very easily. That's going to free up a tiny bit of income. Over here, we should be able to just very quickly also through a quick battle. We see an Imagawa navy. It's not currently holding anything. I think we can leave that for now, just block access to our ports. So it's just finishing off the Satake now, I think. So let's go straight to Hitachi. They don't really have anything there, which is great. Lovely. Peacefully occupy and repair. So they have fertile soil, so that is a money maker, and we do have the money to spend there. And I don't mind keeping the. Actually, we'll change the bowmaster to a what the bloody hell do you call it? A temple, so that we can get some more bow warrior monks out of there and get good use out of the paper mills. This is actually a very good money-making province with the focus here on actually creating money out of the paper mills and some merchant guild there. That is absolutely brilliant. How much is that making? General income, province wealth, that's all very good indeed. Certainly want to keep hold of that. Ooh, we do see, though, a full stack over there. Righty, let's see if we can take Fukushima then. Oh, it's empty. It's pretty empty. Lovely stuff. We don't create the ash now, we keep that for ourselves. And clan destroyed the Satake, so we pretty much circumvented that full stack. That did get destroyed. We do see some minor rebels over here now, but that's absolutely fine. It's one unit. However, we can't sit on our laurels in this area because of the Hatakeyama threat in Miyagi province, Uzen, and previous Mogami territory, Ugo. So we're going to push our way up there and fully secure our northern borders with this army at least. What do we get here? It's fertile soil as well, so might as well upgrade that and demolish the absolutely disgusting siege engineers workshop and change that at least to either a sake den or a merchant building. And I think we might want to do that with the bow dojo as well. We should be making around 8,000 income over the next term, which is great stuff. And our general's got +1 to morale for all units under his command over here. So that will later on free him up, which is great. We can't move here at the moment. It's going to take a good few turns to get over to Sagami Province and such, isn't it? That's a bother. That's a real bother. Well, we're just going to have to lose Suruga Province over the end turn, aren't we? Could we do anything to help ourselves out? Maybe just go for peace with the Imagawa now. Apparently it's unacceptable. Okay, that's not a problem. We have to beat them into submission. How about the Hatakeyama? After we've beaten down a few of their navies. Apparently not. Sometimes it can beat people's navies down enough, and that will beat them into submission temporarily at least. But apparently not. Is there anything else we've missed? Another agent release, was that the one over here? It was. And a path blocked over there, that's absolutely fine. So, I think what we'll do is we'll just have to see if we can defend Suruga. Well, I think we'll fight this battle. I don't hold my hopes up. I'm really not the best at sieges, but we do have some very good defensive units. And the Yari wall is what we're going to be relying on here, as well as the use of these samurai retainers. We do, as far as numbers are concerned, have bow superiority, so that's going to be very useful. And if we stick inside our castle walls, if we have room to do so, that should completely negate their cavalry power. I don't know, we do have a reliance on spears. We'll see. But we'll try and make an effort of it. So due to the tier we have our castle at, we do also have some defensive towers, which is great stuff. So we're going to want to defend those where possible. We're just going to make some very basic lines at the moment to try and, I think, get some Yari just behind our walls here, so we can form Yari walls. We will pull them actually a few over here where possible. That's going to be difficult to defend a little, actually, isn't it? Of course, you can't break, your morale can't break when you're at the upper level near the Tenshu, so that's going to be something to fall back on for sure. Let's see, who else do we have? Let's put that one there, that's all good. Actually, if we can, we bring one extra unit down here. Can't be begrudging losses here. Gonna have to every man fight to the death, of course. I think actually what we do is we keep one unit over here so our bows can fire. I don't mind keeping them in this position. Our bow samurai needs to get on top of a wall as well. Let's see. Hopefully they come from this sort of direction. And we can double down on the tower bonus there. And get another unit of Yari Ashigaru here. Let's see. I'd like to keep the samurai retainers in to the final bit so that they can batter down some weakened units if possible. Let's see, where else might I want to actually stand outside of the walls? Maybe here, if that's going to let us. Apparently not. Not for now, anyway. Don't have to start there. We'll try and run around to that. Do we have anyone elsewhere? So we have some Yari Samurai here. Tell you what, the Yari Samurai might actually be better in the open field, you know? Actually, I think we keep them in reserve. So, do not have a tower there at all, do we? I think keeping an extra unit there, we can move this unit in reserve. Yeah, okay. Let's keep that here for now. Well, we'll see how the enemy deploys. So, a few units in this area, some Yari Samurai are all collected in one area. That's absolutely fine. So we can use our bows over here with these slightly superior accuracy and reload in this area. That's all good. If we bait that then with this unit here, that'll be all good. And bring a second unit to help that out. Otherwise the enemy is completely focused in this area. And that's absolutely fine to really help us focus in one area, isn't it? So if we can, we just box up here. This unit of Yari Ashigaru can That can come down this area as well, I think. We keep this unit just spread out as far along here as we can. The Yaris Samurai here, all good here as well. So these bows, we at least take one unit over here to line up on the wall. Would be very useful actually. And let's see. I want to get as many bow units actually into that area, don't we? So let's bring this one over as well. Okay, let's start moving. That's all good. We didn't actually use these two, that's all good. Let's come down here then. Sure, we'll start finding some holes in our defences as soon as the enemy makes a move over here. You know what, so long as this does hold out, this unit of samurai won't be too useful, just stood exactly there. I think we keep them there and see what happens for now. Bow Ashigara there, Yari Ashigara can pull over here as well, can't they? We see the enemy cavalry coming around. Okay, we'll tell you what, we'll fake that round. We need to move very quickly here. And square, actually. Take that. There we go. Love to see it. They're getting shot up by our tower of bows as well, which is great. So that will remove some light cavalry immediately. I'd love to see it getting thrown off their horses actually, right into the middle of our formation. Love to see it. Yeah, that's really reducing very, very quickly actually. See, light cavalry, they have dismounted, which is rather interesting. Can we move while we're squared up? I very rarely use formation. Oh, I don't want to because we're going to get flanks there. We've got to actually check our formation there, so we're going to lose that one. Okay, let's pull out here. We can reinforce that. Should be fine for a minute there. We fire onto the Yaris Samurai. How we're doing here? Okay, looks like the enemy's trying to push up here, so just pull back these bows. That's all good. And we're going to want to wall up here before we forget. Yeah, we're losing our units there, unfortunately, and here as well. Right, let's just push into the light cavalry. We're going to want to push here as well, aren't we? Yeah, we do see that they're light cavalry just walking straight into our wall here. That's the plan with everyone, really. We're going to want to, if possible, halt. Can we... Oh, we can't wall up here. That's a shame. Best hope they don't charge up that area then. That's going to be a bother. How are we doing here? Yeah, just getting a bit surrounded here. This area is not looking good whatsoever. How are we doing here? Enemy's just about to make contact with some Yaris Samurai. Okay, what can our bows fire over here? I think it's probably best to send some Yaris Samurai this area actually, because we're just crumbling in this area and that was not very well thought out whatsoever. Push these here, please. We need to actually fire on someone. Let's fire onto the samurai there. We're losing these bows because we couldn't get a Yari wall here. It's a bit of a shame. Let's pull back here. Push these up here. Wants to keep that like so and double up on our walls here, I think. If possible. Try and bring the enemy in this area, but it looks like it's not going to be the case. Okay, we need to get these katanas over here. So they have taken some fair losses in this area. Just need our bows to do something really, and they're starting to waver there, which is good. Which area are they going to try and climb is the question, because we need to be able to react to that quickly. Another wall there. Another Yari wall. See all those bow samurai firing in very quickly though is going to be a problem. It looks like they're just about to make contact here, are they? Okay. What do we have? Bow Ashigaru need to pull back if that's the case. And fire onto that unit. How are we doing here? Which area are they climbing? This area. Right, so let's wall up here. That's all good. And our bows are actually doing great work there, actually. This is forcing them to rout. So, we should be just about okay over there. Just about okay. Let's bring our samurais to this area. How are we doing here? We're holding them for now. What are our samurai retainers doing? We're just getting shot here. We need to pull back then out of the range of the bows. If I could, I'd probably send them out, our samurai retainers, to actually charge down the bows in their flank. That might be an idea actually. Let's bring them out, both of them, this direction. How are we doing here? Yeah, okay, so they're running into a Yari wall here, which is great. We'll be able to deal with that absolutely fine. That should be about it over here. Are they chasing down something over here? Yeah, okay. Alright, so we'll keep an eye on that. It looks like we're actually pretty damn... No, we're not. I'm looking at the wrong flag, so we're doing terribly over here. Alright. Let's just pull this bit back a little. How are we looking over here? What are we actually firing at here? Because it'd be nice to get some decent shots in, wouldn't it? Get onto these units. Push up here with some samurai, I think. Yeah, we're done here, so we can push in like so. How are we doing? Great stuff. Okay, if that's where they're coming through, we want them straight into the bow samurai here. How we're doing? Losing decisively, but we do have a second wall over here for them to run into. How we're doing? We've got a few units engaging us here. Need to get into the back of this Yara Samurai though, don't we? Really? Just make so many layers of Yara walls, really, don't we? Let's get into here as well to back these up with some Yara Samurai. And there we go. We do make contact over here, but they've brought back some Yara Samurai of their own, so might be having a little trouble here. We see some more light cav. Kept that hidden, didn't they? Where's their general, actually? All the way back here. I'd love to be able to snipe that, but just don't have the cavalry, unfortunately, to do so. So it's a bit of a poor sacrifice with this katana unit, actually. Let's try and get some bow shots into here, though. Really see it's not a strength of mine. We can't wall up with this. We need to get into the backs here. And we need to get some shots into this clump. We really do. How are we doing here? We should just about be winning that list of engagement, so don't need to worry too much about that. You can see our units are really starting to lose in certain areas though. We should just about mop this up, but our fighting power after that is not going to be amazing. Yeah, that's not good. Let's try and fire on one of their generals with our bows. He's just going to stay out of range there, isn't he? See some more Yari Samurai, just fire on those and weather their numbers. Because it looks like they're trying to focus their forces over here. Okay, what we're going to do is just rearrange this Yari wall, because they're certainly going to try and pounce in there as we start losing this unit here. Pull back with that unit. Okay, so what we're doing here, we want to get our Yari Samurai to this area, I think, really, don't we? It's just the fact that they're sniping us with these Yari bow units over here. Don't like that, but we can't lose the walls, unfortunately, which we're starting to having to deal with some more Yari Samurai coming up here. If we put one unit over like that should be okay. Yeah, okay. What are they doing here? Have we dealt with that force? We have. I don't like our chances of rushing down here. Because this cavalry is going to be a problem. Even if it is dismounting. I think what we do is just pull up over here and make sure we can't rout anymore, you know? Oh dear, camera going. What do we have here? Some idle units. Are we beating this back here? I'm not too sure, really. Don't know why these are idle over here. We need to push him. Same with this unit. What do we do with this lot? I don't think anyone really knows. Let's get in here. Our bow fire is starting to make some dents into the enemy morale there because they're in such a thick group. What do we have? Yari Samurai, just 27 of them. Getting a bit of a flanking charge there should help us out. Hurting their morale quite severely there. But they do now have the dismounted light cavalry coming in quite large numbers. Don't like that whatsoever. Wish you could just shift a tower over. But it just doesn't work like that, of course. Let's try and get on the backs of these cav units. Actually, just hit the bows over here, because we really need to do that. We are beating back this Yaris Samurai here. Just about. Making a dent into their morale there. Okay, I wouldn't say we've got this, but we're certainly battering them. They do still have some reserve units. I don't know what their general's doing over here. They've dismounted as well. Really, these bow units are causing me some real issues now, though, because they're just weathering down our Batic units quite a bit. I think what we'd do is we focus the stronger bow unit here with more men where possible. It's a good thing we have so much ammo. 48 Yaris Samurai, they're shattered. Excellent. I don't think it's worth pulling down away from the walls just yet, though. Have 45. They should really shatter here. They're broken. Might be because they're surrounded completely. There we go. We see them down now. That's good. That's good. We might just pull through here, you know. I think this now is the time to just abandon the walls and just throw everything we have at them, maybe. But our morale's so low. Are they actually going to climb up is the question. If they're going to climb up, we might as well meet them. So we rearrange our lines once again. With the larger group taking the front over here. And once again, another Yari wall to do the trick. Just take them out of there so we can move properly. Yeah, we're losing sight there. That's okay. Just focus this unit. And I think we've pretty much got this. The balance of power is in our favour. Yari wall here. And wait for them. No, don't Yari wall. Just hit them in the back if possible. This unit needs to pull up. And pull back here. Great. Alrighty, yeah, I think we've just about got this, you know. Just about got this. But now we have the problem of the Imagawa clan coming in, perhaps even on this turn. And that will wipe out this castle. But we do still need to figure out what we're doing with these generals, really. And they do have a massive reserve of Yari Samurai here. Maybe we don't have this, you know. We need to get all of our bows into one position then. Like so. Actually, they can stay as they are. Like so. That's good that there's a bow samurai here. They'll be able to hopefully get some good shots into this lot. But so far there's no enemies inside our castle. Which is great. Let's run into this area quickly here.
My lord!
And pull up with this samurai unit. Yeah, they're wavering quite a bit here. And we're just going to see how their general and such move then. It's a shame we couldn't kill their general because it is their daimyo. But I think we'll take this victory, even if it is rather costly. And there we go. At such massive losses on our side, we were finally able to repel that enemy attack by the skin of our teeth. And was able to chase down and completely annihilate those 2 general units. So hopefully that registers on the strategic map. It doesn't appear so, which is a shame. And we do see an ambush battle, but unfortunately guys, this is all I have time for today, especially in this 25°C heat. It's just too much for me. So I shall see you for another ambush battle to begin our next episode. So we shall quick save here and unfortunately leave that as it is. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and I shall see you in the future to destroy Nisa Ujinari in the next episode. But in the meantime, may all of your nights and days be auspicious. Goodbye.